It's a typical morning at Volcanoes National Park. The sun is shining and 56 visitors are ready to hit the hills. A 6 a.m. wake-up call has brought local and international guests to the heart of Rwandan tourism.
The mountain gorillas, they are created differently according to the category of age. We have
from the land down under to the land of 1,000 hills, tourists like Carly Flynn and Craig Rayson have traveled a great distance. Joan McDonald is from Wales and on her second trek. Beside longtime friend Virginia Maddock, these adventurous ladies are not letting age dictate their course.
Okay, this is the group that we're going to see.
A short briefing brings the team up to speed on their Quitonda trek. Most days the park is at full capacity as 7 groups of 8 people venture off into different parts of Virunga. A bit of a bumpy start, but soon the adventure on foot begins. Walking sticks ease the hike through uphill plantations of Irish potatoes. When the first gorilla tours took place in 1955, there was barely any agricultural existence. In 1979, an official gorilla tourism program was launched, which focused on conservation. That included the land that has become an economic stronghold for hundreds in Virunga. It's a whole new view for Carly Flynn. She's used to terrain in the outback.
Where we live in Australia, it's down the bottom of Australia, and I think it's the driest state in Australia, and Australia is the driest continent. So yeah, it's a lot greener and hillier here.
Muddied boots guide the group along. For some, it's an uphill battle to see some of the last mountain gorillas on Earth.
It was perhaps an easier trek yesterday in that it didn't ascend quite so steeply. And once we got into the forest, we walked for about half an hour, and then literally we just went round a corner and the gorillas were there. There was a silverback just in front of us with about 4 or 5 other gorillas. And it was just amazing.
A few simple rules, even for those who have seen them before.
It will be much better to cover your nose and your mouth.
A 7-meter radius is advised, and only 1 hour is allowed with each group a day. Protection of these endangered primates is first and foremost, especially during the high season. June to November is the busiest time for gorilla trekking in Virunga.
Hello, this is Chirenga speaking. Can I help you?
That means the phone rarely stops ringing for driver guide Chirenga Kamugisha. He's been in the business since 1999 when the park reopened following the genocide.
We started when people couldn't know what tourism means, and actually we were not doing the best. But through the course of our experience within the last 11 years, things have changed drastically.
He's right. In 1999, only 417 people visited the gorillas. Fast forward 9 years and add a $500 US permit price for non-nationals, and that number still jumped 40-fold to 17,000 guests.
Now, it's not the easiest trek, but tourists from across the world are flocking to Rwanda for this up-close and personal view. Now, gorillas are obviously the hotspot, but tourism numbers across the country have shot up this year by 9%.
The millennium ushered in a new understanding of tourism in this country. Public and private partnerships emerged, and a national policy was formed.
Molly, it's funner if you jump.
Today in Rwanda, tourism outperforms coffee and tea as the main foreign exchange earner. Hoping to add to the excitement is the country's latest tourist attraction, a man-made structure that redefines Mother Nature's majesty. On the ground, Nyungwe Forest is breathtaking. 7 major trails wind through over 1,000 square kilometers of land. 13 primates call these trees home, and over 300 bird species have been spotted. From the top, the view gets better, But to get there, one must travel the trails.
This trail is named after the plants you see there, the ferns. Yeah, just the three ferns are the one called in Rwanda, the gishigishigi.
A 15-minute walk down this trail leads you to the first aluminum platform. An entrance, main bridge, and exit all make up the canopy walk experience.
In the middle it was quite scary. I didn't dare to look quite right down.
Constructed by experts from Canada, Brazil, and Mexico, the canopy is the first of its kind in East Africa.
Now, if you're afraid of heights, this is likely not the African adventure for you. We are currently standing 60 feet above the Awingha Valley. Now, if you get scared halfway through, you still have 45 feet to get across.
Funded by U.S. aid and under supervision of the Rwanda Development Board, the canopy took 6 months to construct.
Cheers. Many canopy walks.
The Awingha Interpretation Center has also been set up.
The history and also the connection between people and the forest.
It's all part of the government's plan to diversify Rwanda's tourism portfolio.
The nature of this park justified it. You don't need the canopy maybe in a cultural park, but this is a mountainous area. You have really it's too hilly. There are species and diversity.
Intimate groups of 8 will take part in this adventure together. Guides are trained to give visitors an educationally organic experience.
I've never seen a new way at this view, on a bird's eye view, and it felt different. So I have the impression that now I've seen a new way.
I think in Africa and for countries like Rwanda, this is very important. Gives also some employment to people and even maintaining the environment.
20 townspeople helped construct the canopy, 3 of which will continue its maintenance.
Yay, done!
A revenue sharing system is also in place. 5% of all tourism profits are injected back into local communities. It's a win-win situation, according to Chirenga Kamugisha. He's watched neighborhoods transform during this tourism boom.
Both the government of Rwanda, RDB, have tried to get the community involved in tourism, like building schools for them, hospitals, giving them good water. Tourism is a very big bread that benefits many people in the country. You find that the local people are benefiting, the government is benefiting, so everybody is part of it.
It's a bread that needs every kind of yeast to rise. As 2 million are projected to tour Rwanda's treasures.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In 2020. Molly Thomas, RTV News.